There's something going on with my stream. It's very weird. Jeez. Jeez. Okay, we are live. I don't know. I don't know. I was live earlier, or I thought I was live earlier, and I went over a tangent. So let's do it again, just for for those of you who weren't here, or those of you who have to hear it twice. Disclaimer: the content presented in this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. The views and opinions expressed are solely of those of the creator and should not be construed as financial advice. The creator does not sell any products or services, nor is affiliated with any of these trading platforms or tools mentioned. Trading involves risk and is not suitable for all investors. It is important to conduct your own research or consult with a professional before making any investment decisions. The creator assumes no responsibility for any losses or damages caused by the use of this content. So I was talking earlier, let's actually see if you guys have any music going on. The music is playing. Yeah, maybe it's a little low, but there is a music playing. So these are my 10 rules for the preparation for the 50K evaluation from Trade Day. And yesterday I broke one rule, this one right here, because I was more than $250 in drawdown for the day. And what happened was I had a 210 loss. So I had, basically $40 more for a trade, and I took a trade of 3 points thinking it was 3 points, which would have gotten me more than 250, but it was going to stay in a reasonable amount. We cannot be super strict with this, because if we're under and we take a trade, we need to have a big enough stop loss for the trade itself. In any case, I lost that trade, and it happened to be a 7-point bracket order instead of 3 points, and so I ended up losing $140 on that one trade alone, which put me at a 365, I believe, something like that, drawdown. And so I broke my rule, and the rule is very important because if you are in a real evaluation and they have rules, you are going to lose the evaluation for even just breaking that one rule. So it is a big deal that we broke that rule. We're not going to stop trading because this is just practice, but we are going to make sure that we turn that list green again. We're going to turn that 10 rule list green by the end of today, hopefully. So yesterday, the NASDAQ was making low lows. This is yesterday. We were actually trading around here. Wait, was it 21st? Yeah, because today's the 22nd. Yeah. So yesterday we were, where were we? Around here, trading this area. And we had some, a few signs of a reversal here and there, but the reversal came at around 1:45 p.m. And look at this candle here at 3:20. I actually saw this. I was on my computer, and I had one of the screens on the chart, and I saw that just boom, just going like this, and I was like, oh my God, what the heck? Because that's a huge move. I mean, consider all these candles and their sizes. And then look at this. Look at this. What does that tell you? What's happening? I asked ChatGPT if there were any news events that could have caused this yesterday. And it said, nope, couldn't find any. So I didn't look, you know, because the thing about looking out for news is you get in a rabbit hole and it's hard to get out of the news, you know, pages of news. Everything is at news. Everything is news. Somebody farts is a news. So I didn't do that. I didn't start looking out for what might have caused this, if any news or anything. It might just be the market doing its thing, I guess. I don't know. It was, however, a big reversal, with price even coming down to the, you know, back to the area before leaving again in just such an abrupt movement. But it still solidifies what we've been learning about market structure and how, you know, structures are broken, but before they get broken, there is a tap into the area of the last, you know, of, well, basically of the reversal point. If this is a flip of market structure, then this is coming back into the area. Just like we have, let's see. By the way, this is the 5-minute chart of the NASDAQ. What's a good example of that? Well, I guess this one didn't. As you can see, we had a little flip here with that caused some breaks of structures here. We were going down and then price moved up. And this is its attempt, I guess, of tapping into the area. This right here. And then this right here. But price never really went all the way down here. So a lot of times, if you don't catch this move, you might be thinking it's going to go down, and it never does. Unless some people saw this as that, you know, even though it was kind of small, I wouldn't have taken this trade for the upside. I would have probably been like, okay, I'm going to wait, and then wait, and it never happens. It never really goes back to this area until here, which really destroys the area. But that was, you know, after a long move, which we can't consider, you know, this before going up. So yesterday I was really paying attention to this area here. Let's see where it is. You know, it's a lot clearer on the 10-minute chart. So, because I have it kind of mapped out. So this area here, I've always said this is where price wanted to go and mitigate. And I put this area as the origin area just because of how long it's been. Again, this is, you know, January 31st, February 1st, that around that time. And price never went down there, and I always said that it wanted to go down there. Not that I can predict the future or anything, but just because of how I mapped it out and said, okay, this is the origin area, then price needs to get back there. And it did tap the area. It tapped it and left from there with that huge move that we talked about. You see this candle? Look at that crazy candle. Look at this. There's always a doji somewhere around when crazy stuff happens. Well, I mean, at least I can on memory alone just think of that. And these are some of the lines that I had drawn from yesterday. This area became a little bit mitigated. I guess there wasn't much to do, you know, brag about here. And now the reason why this is purple and then this is kind of like a pinkish purple is because this is an origin area, but this is another smaller origin area that I was paying attention to, I guess, because of this, where it starts. This is the high, or the last low, I guess, that broke the structure. This candle here was broken by this low, and then price traded higher, never really returning down here. So I draw this origin point to see if I could find some moves. Of course, there is the big supply zone that I think price doesn't really want to trade higher from, at least at the moment. And here we haven't even tapped into the area yet as of today, right now. Again, this is the 10-minute chart. So what's going on here is this area, which is important because of that move that I talked about, has given us bullish indications yet again. This candle here broke structure here. Then we went back all the way below the 50% and then really didn't trade higher than the candle itself. Then it broke this low, I guess, this low that created the high that broke structure was ran. There's a little bit of, I guess, is this a candle break here? Nope. Oh yeah, it is. So if we take this low here, this candle breaks that structure, but it's actually a bullish candle. And then after that, big manipulation. So this might be just a continuation up. That's what I'm seeing anyways, and especially if price wants to tap into this area. However, as you can see, there is some bullish action happening at the moment on the 10-minute chart. But the reason why I'm still skeptical about whether price will tap into here is because this is also a sweet point for price to start going down again and reverse, because it's this area that caused the lower lows. Price never really trade higher than here. Let's do a white line for that, just so we can see it. I guess that is the break of structure would be here. That's this is one low that's important in our opinion. This area, when I do an orange color, it usually means break. So there's a big break of structure here, right? We talked about, I think that's the candle we talked about, maybe. No, it's this one here, but very similar situation. This is the higher high. And what I was talking about is, maybe something like this could happen where we are right now, where price is turning higher, price kind of meets that price or just trades just below it, and then flips, but then broke the low. Oh, actually the high. So it did break the high here, but as it pertains to us right now, this could be what's happening here, where we have a drop, maybe break some structures, and then trades higher again for this. So just so we are done with the 10-minute chart for now, let's do a little bit of a line charting, I guess, where we look at the lows and the highs made. Okay, let's start here as our origin. Well, I was gonna say if I do a zigzag here, there's not really that much need for it. This is one huge. Now, of course, we're gonna pay attention to this because it's the bottom of our range, and there's definitely a little bit of mitigation went on here, consolidation, especially on a 10-minute chart. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, about 50 minutes, an hour of price action just consolidating here. So we'll watch out for the bottom of this range, and we'll keep making our ups and highs. I mean ups and lows. And yeah, this is a demo account, so I hope today I can do better trading wise, but I'm not completely concerned about that, because the rule number one is don't break the rule. Number one. which is don't break the rules. So rules are what's gonna make us profitable, because we are starting to learn and get at least what we have to do to become a profitable trader one day. And as we learn, now we have to put it together with execution, which is not there yet. We don't have edge. We don't have a specific strategy or a plan of action. We are just trying to notice what's going on in the charts, how price moves, getting used to it. And consistently on a day-to-day basis, eventually we'll be able to see things and couple that with good execution on trades. Then we can become profitable. And following the rules prevents emotions to get in the way and deals with losses in a much more pragmatic way rather than get emotional and cuss the skies. So yeah. On my other monitor that you can't see, I'm going to keep the 3-minute chart to see if I can spot something that is hard to see on the 1-minute chart, which is this one right here. This is the 1-minute chart. Here I don't do much drawing. I just use support and resistance to give me indications of where to get in and out. I also don't use indicators except for the ATR, just to check out what price, or how much price is moving, and I can make better decisions on the sizes of my order and how long I should expect for my order to be running. So this is a good spot to get in, maybe on the upside. We are still bullish on the trend. I guess the last structure that we have to break right now is this one, and beyond that is this over here all the way down here. We'll check out one at a time. Here's another important low, but I guess the most important low in this little move or swing, I would argue maybe this low. Maybe this is the strongest low, because after this low we didn't get any more lows. Price traded higher. Maybe it did move, but traded higher than this low, and finally broke structure here with a bullish candle, and then price never really tapped back to this area again. So I like this low as our metric. However, price is not even breaking this low yet, so maybe we need one more line. And see what price does around here if it gets there. Now if it breaks this structure here, or actually this structure, so we're gonna do one more line. If it breaks this structure, then we can make decisions. We cannot make decisions yet until we see some reaction. This is a really I guess hard pattern to decide on whether it's bullish or not right now, because of this wick when price hit its lowest. And actually, yeah, no, this is the lowest. So this is the lowest recent low and this is our highest high after that. So this little range here is where we are from here to here. And the way this candle wicked like that, it's giving us some indication that price is not ready to go higher. However, it has not traded lower than the lowest low recent. So this might be where price trades higher. And we're looking out for this point. So right now we have this to this range. And even, let's see this one here. Yeah, this low actually hasn't been broken either. And it's another low that's important because after this low, price broke structure. And here we haven't actually made a break yet. So there's definitely indication, in my opinion, this is all my opinion, I don't know for sure, but this is what I think, that this high was broken, but it wasn't a complete break because the candle didn't close above it. So because there's only a wick, it's a run of the high, which might mean, give us indication that price wants to get back there to do it again. If it had been a break, there's more, I think again, there's more signs that price wants to go lower. And again, as I mentioned earlier, this is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. The comments of the creator are solely for entertainment purposes only. Well, so again, we haven't had really anything telling us that it's bullish yet. So we might trade lower. Now, where could we head to if we're trading lower? That's a good question to ask. Where could we be headed to at the moment that the market is bearish? Well, again, I think actually we're going to make a higher high. That's what I think. But at the moment, price is not going that way. So it's moving around this area. Maybe there's definitely a big gap here as price was mitigated here from this swing point to here, or not swing point, this high to here, making this whole swing point, I guess, one of the areas that has been, you know, kind of mitigated. And then here there's a big gap and price is filling that gap. You did it here. So if it's giving us indications that, well, actually here, this would be, I guess, or maybe even this one. So maybe this is the most important low that we should look out for. It is definitely the lowest low that we can kind of come up with where price is getting pulled to this one here, or the low, I guess, the low that price pulls price down. Since, as you can see, price never traded lower than that, and this is all part of one big huge move. Of course, we have this low that's important, again causing a break of structure and giving us continuation signals. And again, look, low is low, up, tap into the area, and it actually gave us just a little one more tap, and price never traded lower. And this is actually an interesting thing because, you know, let's say you see this. First of all, you see this where you breaks of structure here, and then okay, it's going down, and you say, okay, I'm gonna catch, you know, it's tapped into the area of the lowest low, especially because the trend is bullish in this specific scenario, of course, right? The trend is bullish, and then you're here and you take a trade, right? Let's say you take a trade here on this on this candle. you take a trade on this candle here, which has happened to me more than once. Right here, I put my trade right there because I'm seeing this, I'm seeing the price go up, I'm seeing reverse, I'm thinking bullish, I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna go up. I place my trade there, and it goes here into my stop loss. Makes me afraid because I just put a bet here. Probably my stop loss in a very real sense, it should be here. My stop loss somewhere around here, with this low being my support area. And when I'm in the trade here, I don't really get in drawdown, but I get right on break even, which makes me anxious, right? I want to take I want to place a bet, position. I want to place a bet, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to place a bet. And I want price to just go to my profit like this, right? I don't want any of this. I want straight to my profit. But of course, price doesn't do that. And when it gets here, it makes me nervous. Then maybe, you know, when I see it go down, I put my stop loss at break even, because I don't want to, I'm not completely sure. It might go down more. And so I put my stop loss at break even, and I mean, barely might have tapped it, because I usually, when I put my break even, I just put it just a tiny higher than my placement, which is probably bad practice. Maybe I should put it just below it if it break even, you know, a few dollars, a few points, you know, could be considered break even, I guess, which is what we're trying to do today, by the way. We're in a drawdown, so we're trying to get back to break even at 50K. But in any case, if I put my stop loss here, I get taken out, and then price goes up and never fulfills my dreams and aspirations. And it could have been one of the most profitable trades I've ever made, right? If I hold on, I would probably, I'm trying to check out price action that would have made me sell. So if I get in here, I see this, okay, we're not trading lower, we don't have any indications. Maybe this, you know, not this really, because he hasn't traded lower, but here's a big kind of drop, a little bit of a break of this, a run of it, actually, not a break. So maybe not that one until I see a clean break. This one might have gotten me scared, and definitely this would have gotten me scared here. So I probably would have sold here if I was a swing trader, if I was looking for longer moves. I don't know if this is considered a swing trader or not. I mean, it's, I don't know what, 50 minutes, an hour, I guess so. I mean, it's not really scalping, is it? I don't know. Or even if this is considered a scalp, of course, yeah, but you know, it's a longer scalp. It's not just, you know, here, take profit. And on one contract, that one move would be very, very juicy, especially for a newbie like me, you know, or you, I don't know, are you a newbie? Leave in the comments. Tell me, are you a newbie, or are you an experienced trader? I don't think you're an experienced trader, because why would you be watching me? Well, maybe because I'm so entertainment and charming. Yeah, I get it. So my YouTube studio says that my current bit rate is lower than recommended. I might have to look into that for future live streams, make them more clearer. I do notice that my live streams are usually kind of blurry, so, but this is the first time I see that message. You know, we're getting better at this. We're getting better at trading and YouTubing, and doing both at the same time, which is not easy. It's not easy, let me tell you. So nothing has happened. I mean, there's definitely a big resistance, and support hasn't been fully tested, in my opinion. So I would argue we're going lower. I see this as a big point of resistance here. There's too many times that price hasn't been able to break. And of course, we have to check the higher time frames to not get so caught up in that lower time frame outlook. Okay, and so here I'm gonna get close to the 3-minute chart, And you know, just it being a little bit bigger makes a difference. So let's draw some shapes here. We got the, yeah, definitely this is an area of importance. And we're gonna go up to here. So we'll call this our origin area, just because we're day trading and not swing trading. So we'll call this our origin area, which is usually this color. If I whoa, if I think our origin area is bullish, it'll be green. Usually it is, because usually the origin area has, you know, an upswing to it, but that could change. Oh wow, look, we're finally making that break that I was talking about. We just broke that structure. So price did go higher here. Again, I didn't think this was the point of reversal, but it might just well be the point where now here, there are two chances: a run of the high or tap into the area before trading lower. As far as right now, I would say run of the high, because we're still very bullish, and this could just be a continuation, especially because, like I said earlier, we haven't reached that one area here. We haven't ran that high. We're still lower than that. So let's see how much lower. Okay, yeah, pretty low. I mean, there's still a lot of room. So I'm thinking we're heading over there. This is juicy. Okay, and now let's make this our red zone, since there's probably a lot of supply going on over here. This is our origin area. What else should we look out for? So this is kind of a high that price mitigated for a while. So this whole range is that has a lot of volume compared to, I guess, compared to this is a little bit more, I guess. I would say it's maybe about the same from maybe here to here. So it's but it's definitely the area with the most volume since that big move up. There's one here. This, I mean, the more you kind of zoom out, the more volume you see, but the more you do this, then you can see better what type of volume it is. And to me, this, I don't know, it just seems like this. So this is definitely an area where we could go down to again and tap. So let's make a note, and I would call that again a demand supply zone, just because we have a trend of price going, let's see, I guess this, because we have price going up from there and never really trading lower, especially since we are in a bullish trend at the moment. So bigger demand, but I still would take note of the supply in red to make sure I don't think it's fully demand. What would I call a full demand zone? That would be all the way down here. I would call this a, of course, unless, you know, price can always trade lower than the areas I'm marking. It's just what I think, and it's hard to trade what you think. Actually, it's not, I don't recommend it. Not for me. I don't recommend me trading what I see. I should be trading, I should be trading what I see, not what I think. Okay, so let's mark that one off there, that whole area there for now. What else? So no break yet, not full break. There was just, and you know, this type of price action where price is making big wicks, it's very hard to trade with, because there's almost, I mean, I would think there's a 50-50 chance that your stop loss gets taken. So you're basically taking a 50% trade. That's not good odds. Not when you're paying fees and you don't get, you know, your order right exactly or whatever. So it might be a hard day to trade because of these big candles. On the 1 minute, you know, they are weeks, but on the wicks, but on the 1 minute they're full candles. That's why we need to zoom out of the lower time frame. So let's see the 5 minute. Okay, yeah, we're still in that range. And this I made today I made this demand supply demand zone, I guess, because I think price wanted to trade lower from here, but that was maybe before we saw this play out, before this drop, of course. So now that this is happening, I might be changing my mind. I mean, let's just give it a nice switch here, just so that we don't get confused and stay current, I guess. And now we have the break with this candle here, broke this structure also, this low or this high caused by this bearish candle. So this is the next point we're mitigating. See if we can run that high. Well, we did run it. Let's see if we can break it. And this actually might be a really good spot to trade down from, at least for a quick scalp, because it's that area here. Especially this bracket, for me, seems very promising for a rejection to the upside. Not that we're not going to trade higher, but just for the, you know, for the trend to continue, for the range, I guess. The range part of the market. Trend, when I said trend, I don't mean the trend up, I mean the trend, or, you know, the movements that it's been making, the pattern, I guess, the pattern. So we have a candle that might break, 9 seconds. And yesterday I saw kind of like this was happening, where candle was up and then it didn't break, it ended up trading lower. And I thought of taking you know, a position for long. I think it was a long position, maybe might have been a short position, but in any case, this was happening where candle was just above my line, didn't break structure, so it traded lower with a wick, you know, higher with, you know, it ran the high with a wick, but it didn't break, and it actually went my way. I was not in the trade, but it's interesting to see how when it breaks here, which it did break this area here, which is arbitrarily made by me. So that's why it can get tricky. But at least my area seems bullish because of this candle here. So now I'm going to move the area. See, this is the break here, was caused by this low. Yeah. And then, so now we're looking at this here, I guess. So yeah, this is a very, very indicative sign of trading lower to at least this area before trading higher. So we might take a scalp down here. Stay with me. The issue with trading what you see is that by the time you see it, it's too late. and you have to be a little bit of a gambler. It's not the right word. No, you gotta be a little bit of a risk taker as well, as you know, good at trading, I guess. Or maybe being good at trader means you're a risk taker in some ways, in a calculated way, but still a risk taker nonetheless. So I'm gonna see what happens here. I might take a short position, which might be, I don't know if it's foolish to go low here. I think it's actually kind of a smart move. But I have to wait, you see? I have to wait because this is not uncommon. Some wicks at a particular area where you think is a big line of resistance. And then after just, doing his thing, never really traded lower. But that's why it's so juicy, because if it hasn't traded lower, maybe it wants to. But in any case, now we're not gonna make the decision to trade lower yet, because this candle did break the structure, or at least the line that we arbitrarily put there. But now for sure, this is the big one that we have to really pay attention to. And yeah, that was the range. I mean, we were at the bottom of the range when we started this broadcast, and I was talking about price might want to go up again, but there was no signs of reversal until this happened. This is our sign of reversal. So now we expect a tap of the area here, but we didn't get it. And if price did trade lower than the candle that caused the break, we did trade lower than it, but it was so quick, and that probably was a good indication to get in. You see, this was probably a good indication because we have the break of this candle, of this high, with this candle. Then price started trading lower right away. I mean, it made a little high wick, but tiny bit of difference there. So it might have just gone up and then down quickly. Closed, went up a little bit, then went down again. So now people are thinking, okay, it just broke this structure, is going down to our area here. Maybe here, but it was just shy of that. Well, I guess you could call it a 50% tap. I mean, almost to the dot right there. You could say that. So that was a good indication, but price was just there for seconds, right? Like literally seconds, not seconds like it ate already and wants to eat again. No, or is still hungry after a big meal and 1 second still. No, it's like seconds on the clock. So double tap perhaps? No, we think we're trading higher. We think it's breaking structure because it did so here. I mean, it didn't break actually, it just ran the high. So maybe a run of the high. So if that is the case, if it's just a run of the high, then it will trade lower. But if it's a full break, and we'll see within these candles here, then we might come back to that same area that I was talking about. So this area, this 50% here becomes a very good point. Now that 50% becomes 50% of this whole drop, I guess, because this 50% was already mitigated, if you will. So that would become, this is the range, and this is the middle of our range. Actually, this white doesn't really work on white. All right, so now we have this area to go back to. And this might be a really good place to take a trade because we're not the best traders yet, so we got to take risk. And we're here to trade. We're not here to just stare at the charts. Win or lose, our main goal. Man, I had, I even said I would. Oh my God. I should have clicked the button. I was right there. Oh my goodness. I even changed my bracket order size and everything. And now I missed it. Now you might think, okay, well, still trade down. You think it's gonna go all the way down here. Yeah, but now I'm risking more. I'm scalping, following my rules. I'm streaming. It's too much. It's too much risk. Because we could just be headed back up there again. This doesn't mean it's gonna go down straight. This could be some consolidation before trading down, consolidation before trading up. I'm just upset that I didn't catch this mitigation or this consolidation area drop. That's what I'm upset about. And now, in order for us to get any bearish indications, I would probably argue this is the low we'd have to break, at least. And yeah, that's 50% of that area actually where we just tapped into. So this might just be that. It might just be a little tap into that area before leaving again. Because it's 50% of this range. This range created by this low here before price finally broke. No, it never really broke this structure. So we're still, even though we're bullish on the long term, longer time frame, we're bearish because we still haven't broken this high fully. We've wicked it. We hit it with wicks one time right there, but a candle hasn't closed above that line. Yeah, okay, well, let's check how the stream is doing. I sometimes forget I'm streaming, I'm just talking to myself like always. And I forget that I actually pressed the button before doing it. That would stream me to the world of the online world. All right, I'm gonna check my YouTube stream. 1 second, guys. All right, everything seems to be going well. The music was a little bit loud, I think, so I'm gonna play with it a little bit. Hope it doesn't bother you guys, or I hope you're jamming out. I mean, I don't know what people want. What do I want when I watch a stream? I'm only mostly looking for entertainment. If I'm watching something, I'm not like taking notes, but if it's a more like a previously recorded video, if it's not live, then I might look for educational stuff so that I can like actually look at a organized and well put out presentation. Live stream to me seems, just entertainment mostly because it's all up in the air, I guess. Anything could happen. Again, tap. Not even a tap yet, actually. And that would have been a sweet move down. I would not have thought that price would trade higher from here. I mean, I did put that 50% just to signal it, but it happened to trade higher from there. But I would not have taken this trade. But I definitely should have taken this trade. And I saw it and I was talking about it here. I just wanted it to be even better. You can't have that. You can't have 100% good trade, Okay, so here, I'm gonna watch out for this one this time because it's the second opportunity. Usually it's not as likely when you do it on a second opportunity basis, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to move my stop loss just a bit because that high could be ran. And now I'm gonna make 50% of that, 50% between this and this, my target. So it's more likely to get tapped. Now, I didn't catch this, right? And then it went up, and now I caught this. That's when you lose more than you win. You have to catch this one. This is already more risky. There's more chance, in my opinion, for us to run this high. So I'm gonna trade. I'm gonna trail it, but I'm waiting for an opportunity to trail my stop loss. Not something I want to make a habit of doing. Okay, we got it. We got that trade. That was a good 7-point trade. I'm gonna record it. Time is 10:26. 140 profit. 17,963.75. 17,970.75. The balance, the remaining balance is 49,767.28. Yeah, this is my best way of recording my trades. I just say them out loud and then I write them down later when I watch this stream to jot down my journal, my trades. But they all get saved, I guess, in my performance center here. Yesterday was red. Look at yesterday's live stream. Okay, you cannot blame me for losing the first 2 trades. It was like price just took my order and then went my way. Took my order and then went my way. Twice, not just once, twice. And so this was a red circle. And I had 365 in drawdown. But today I'm up. It's early still. So let's not sing victory yet. But the one thing we are doing at the moment is following our 10 rules. Let's go over our 10 rules really quick. Really quick, guys. And the reason why one of the rules is red is because I failed to do that yesterday. And in order for me to put it green again, I have to follow all the rules today and have no reds. So trade from 9:30 to 12, limit 10 trades per session, profit 350 or drawdown 250 for the day. Actually, I'm gonna add that. Take 15 points profit maximum on each trade. Risk 10 points max on each trade. Pay attention to trailing drawdown. Now this one, it's for the trade day for 50K evaluation that I'm going to take, and this is a preparation for it. And the trailing drawdown, I explained it on a video that I posted. It's like my first video, my first long video. It says 50K evaluation, and I explained the trailing drawdown. We're not concerned about it with this preparation, but we are paying attention to it because it will matter on the evaluation itself. Pay attention to emotions. I've been doing that pretty well, actually, except yesterday, maybe that one trade where I had one last trade. I usually, when I'm in a drawdown, I take one last trade, and that's never a good trade. Like, it's very rarely a good trade, if ever. And that's because I get emotional. I want to get back to break even. I don't want to be in drawdown. And I don't think I lost that yesterday fully. So I don't consider this breaking the rule because I did pay attention. So I'm jotting it down right now. I'm talking about it. But we got to do better at that. Otherwise, it'll turn red if I get emotional more often. So journal every trade. I've been doing that. Review every trade after trading and have fun. What is the point of becoming a millionaire? Trading if we don't like it. So that was a really good trade, actually. Really good trade. I mean, actually, look at that. Price did go back to not my stop loss, but it did trade higher than my order entry. So I would have been a little nervous, but then the upside was even better. Like, well, the downside, the good downside. You know what I'm saying? Because we're shorting. So again, tap into the area. This could be a good trade up. I missed it. You see that? I missed it. The entry was here, right on this line. Let's see if we tap it again. Maybe 50% of this candle. That could be a good entry again. Especially because it did go up after this candle here. So that's a good indication that right now we could be going up, and we are. So again, this would have been a good entry. I just got back from explaining my rules. Once I saw this, it was too late, or at least I didn't get my thoughts well, I guess I didn't put my thoughts with my execution together at the right moment. I did see it, but of course there's risk. But I guess that could be one of my bonus rules. Maybe not a rule, but one of my bonus rules could be take the risk. I think I lose more when I hesitate than when I'm like, F it to hell. Okay, so let's look at the 5-minute chart just so that we don't get caught up in the lower time frame. Yeah, we're very near that top. There's really nothing much to say about the moment right now because we're basically at the top. And what happens at the top? Smart money, right? They make their moves. And those moves could be disastrous for us retail traders. So we got to pay attention to that. Pay attention to where we are and what the consequences could be. So yeah, that would have been a really good trade right here. Taking at least some profit. Even right now would still be okay to stay in the trade because we haven't really been on a drawdown or signs of a drawdown. If price traded lower than here, then maybe we would consider, closing. I would have closed that position around here, to be honest. If I'm trading from here, it's like 5 points, maybe 7 points, somewhere around here. But for someone that wants to take a longer, take longer for their trade to go their way, and that could have been a really good spot to maybe trade up to either here, or even if you think we're gonna break all this, that might be a good, okay, that might have been a good point of entry. And you see that low here, even though we got there, created a newer high than this one. So we're still kind of bullish on this. And again, we're gonna have to put this here, actually here, because this is the last high. Not really, actually, it's this one. It's kind of crazy because this high was not broken, but it was ran. So what does that tell us? Okay, bearish. But now this high has been broken fully, continually, but this one hasn't. So what does that tell us? Bullish? No, I mean, not yet. Not yet here. Maybe if we had traded down here and then up here, then maybe bullish. I mean bearish, sorry. If we had maybe broken this low, maybe, because this is the low that created this high. At least it's the lowest low that created this high. Yeah, look at that. So this is what we got to watch out for. Big drop here, maybe past this area, then up here, and then down again to break if we're going down. If this is a whole shift, we're not getting signs of that. We're getting bullish signs. because even though it didn't break this high, it did run it, traded lower, but not too low, just up to this area, which becomes very also important. And then break this high and this high. Well, actually this high hasn't been broken. It has, officially been broken. So we did trade higher. And that's what I was just trying to say. The whole thing was, for me, talking about that was this. Now we are trading higher than those peaks. And some people might be looking for a Head and Shoulders. I don't know what. Thought that was a shampoo, but it's actually a trading term that I've just heard recently. Not actually, I've been hearing it a lot, but recently I actually just been looking at what it means, like watching videos, I guess. That's the only way to look at stuff. I haven't asked ChatGPT about that one, which I should do. Oh man, the music is so low right now. Is it just a bad song? I can't hear the music. That's why I don't know what's going on with that. But if it gets too low or too high, well, there's no one here, so I guess no one can talk about it. But put it in the comments, like, hey man, next time the music is kind of loud. Okay, cool. Or hey man, you know how you pick that song? Maybe some other songs. Or I kind of like classical music. That's why I'm not listening to it right now, because classical music puts me in a trading mood, you know. But rap, I don't know. Not for trading, at least. I love rap, but more like when I'm in the car jamming out. Or yeah, that's mostly when I like rap, when I'm in the car jamming out. I was gonna say strip joint, but they do play rap music anyways, and it doesn't really matter what kind of music there is, I guess, in a strip joint. Okay, I'm gonna make sense of this right now. So it did break structure, broke highs. So now what's happening is, could be that we are headed now that we have the break, an official break. I mean, not right now. It could go, hang around here. Price can hang around just like it's been doing around here for a while. But this is an event, this break of this high with the candles here. So this is an indication, in my opinion, of us either going down here or down here, if we're gonna trade higher. Okay, I know that kind of sounds kind of crazy, but stay with me. Ooh, big manipulation candle. Look at that. Oh, we might still go higher, baby. For now, at least. Yeah, we could be like going up, and then this pans out. But what I was trying to say is that these areas here, maybe here and here, could be where price, okay, let's say it trades up to here at the moment. Then it goes down to here and then higher. Or it bypasses this area and then trades higher. However, I do think that here, with this type of action here, where there's not much, there's a lot of mitigation here of this area, but here it just kind of went through it. It just was running through that line, that this might give us some kind of reaction. Again, I do like this low a lot as a well, actually this could be a validated low. I'm still trying to learn about validated lows and validated highs, and this could be a validated low. And as far as I remember, validated lows, what makes it a validated low is that we broke structure. So this is the last high. This is the last, I mean, this is the range from here to here. right? Let's go with that. This is the range from here to here. And as we were breaking structures on, this way, going up, this low here was really the last low before we truly were breaking structures. This one here is just a tiny bit below it, and this one here again. So these two candles are also, this area here becomes a little bit interesting, I guess, this area. But in any case, this to me seems like a very good spot here, where, because this is a range. Okay, I was talking about validated. Yeah, I kind of lost track of there. So yeah, so we have this range, and this is the low that I think it's important that actually made the bullish move to break the structure here. And once this happened, this break, then this becomes a validated low. And if price goes through, I think, and this is where I'm not sure yet, I'm trying to learn about this, probably should do that as a task, gotta learn about validated lows. I think they get ran when price gets there. I think validated lows tend to get ran and not cause any consolidation or shifts, I guess. I mean, if it's validated, I would suppose that it would create another high or tap into the area and trade higher, but it could well mean that, or it's more likely to run past it and head to the next low. But I'm not sure, I have to check that out. Probably a very important piece of information of what a validated low is. Once it gets break of structure, what happens to this low, why is it important, what could we watch out for, what are the percentages in actions where price gets there, is it very likely that we get this, that we hit this area. But what also could mean, and this sounds reasonable to me, is that now this becomes a range instead of this higher one from here to here. Instead we have a smaller range from here to here. So I have to check that out. That's what we're here for. We're here to learn. So here we have this, we have a little bunch of little highs here that got broken, hesitantly, with hesitation. They did get broken, but there was some hesitation, I guess, with these wicks here on this candle. But an important low, actually, well, could be one of these highs where, so let's say that this is the highest high, and then we started trading lower, and then maybe this is the high, no, this is the low that broke the structure. Well, at least here, not really. This one, yeah, so around here, maybe this high candle, this bullish candle, it's a good low for this specific range here. And here we didn't tap into that, so we're gonna keep it there. So our range for our scalping situation, instead of being so big, now it's a bit smaller. Let's see if that can give us a move. And again, I would look at the, I am looking at it on another monitor at the higher time frame. I'm looking at the 3-minute. Nothing much to see because we're up there. We're in the ceiling. So what really can you say except, this situation and this situation, right? what can we dissect from what's going below? I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. You see the size of these wicks? Now, wicks do get bigger and smaller as I zoom in or out, but a wick's a wick. There's still a big amount of points from here, 69, 75, to here, 62. That's 7 points from here to here. Just a wick. And then same thing here. Big ones here. This one here, big on my order. And this is a 1 minute chart. So even though we are expecting to see a lot of wicks, I mean, this looks like a 10-second chart or something. I don't know. Because there is a lot of points between the wick and the body. That's, to me, a hard environment to trade for anyone, I guess, because price could just stop loss you. And, you know, like I said, it's like a 50-50 chance of your trade going your way because of the nature of price ranging. 10:47 a.m. might be coming close to for me to take a break. Drink some water first. I see people streaming live on YouTube and stuff for hours, and I'm like, man, they don't take a break. These guys don't go to the restroom and drink some water, or just robots, man, just streaming live 24/7. Shit. What are these guys made of? They're like athletes, like little LeBron James streaming live. Rafael Nadal. So this is interesting. Okay. We might get ready to long this. Not the good time to long it. Would have been much better here. Okay, yep, nope, denied. And yes, of course, I mean, I was gonna see what price did here to see if I wanted to long, but this gave me indication that no, because I mentioned earlier, it broke the structure here. Now we might expect price to get back to the areas I mentioned before. Now, why didn't I take a trade going down? Because we also did not get any indication of anything, not bullish, not bearish. And since my prediction was more this thing happening than this, but I didn't know how long, how much higher is it gonna go before breaking another low. And that big wick, it's not a good thing for us. Okay, not a good thing, not for a scalper trader. We want cleaner bars. I mean, unless you like wicks. I mean, basically your strategy, just the way you get in on trades. But if I'm getting in on points that I believe are resistance and support, and my entries are very narrow with my targets, then wicks are going to be tougher because they're going to hit my stop loss more frequently before hitting my target. Whereas if I was swing trading, this might not even bother me, or it might be good for a scalper or a swing trader or an intraday. I don't know. I don't know what wicks mean to other people. But to me, it makes sense that it's not a good ideal price action because of the nature of my entries, my bracket orders, my profit targets too. Like, I'm trying to make 350. I cannot risk too much. This is another 1 minute chart. So same deal. I just wanted to see it in dark. that light, this might be a little bright. So we're gonna, you know, I never really make a dark trading chart because I just want to distinguish dark and light, that I can place an order on the light one and I'm not afraid to move this stuff with, you know, not afraid of taking a trade. Because if I have all trading charts with all the trading buttons, then I might do something stupid. So this is just me trying to be safe, but I do get tired of the white background. So there might be another way for me to make sure I know it's a trading chart. Of course, we have the pink slip here. So let's do this. Let's add a chart. And yeah, it's the same chart. So now we're just gonna make this one. Everything's the same, but we're gonna make this one a dark environment. And this way, we don't get eye strain. Okay. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So let's do that for now. It's still our trading chart, you see, but this is the problems. You make another chart, now you have your ATM off, which is the bracket order setting. And so it's easy to make mistakes by making your charts, moving things around. So I like to keep things neatly organized. Let's look at the 20-second chart for a sec. And I actually do have a dark 20-second chart here. So this is the 20-second. And as you can see, it looks pretty different from our 1-minute chart. And it might be a good place to trade from because of the, I guess, the aspects of our trading system strategy / rookie status moves. This might be a good entry here. We're mitigating 50% of this imbalance right there, 3 times already. Price didn't trade lower than this low, which is pretty much that low. So let's look at our range here. This is not going to have a supply or demand zone. It's just going to be a range. Yeah, so we're definitely made a little bit of a higher high. So that's giving us a bit of a bullish indication. Or it could just be that there's more orders left here before price trades lower. But this is our next point of attack. Let's go to the 20-second trading chart. We might find a move there. Yep. Oh my God, I just entered a position. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. I thought I had pressed the buy button, and I kind of did. But I noticed that my ATM, you see, that's the problem with trading on different charts. It didn't have my settings, and it had 4 contracts. That would have been awful if that order had gone through. Oh my God, I'm so lucky that it didn't. And that's another thing I gotta get really, I mean, not even better at. I need to like get this stuff down. I cannot be making these mistakes like that. I mean, I didn't. I thought I pressed the button, but the ATM was off, which had no stop loss. So my order could have gone either way. and not have a stop loss or profit. And then I had 4 contracts instead of 1, which would have put me in a tough predicament. I would have had to like figure it out, close it. Oh my God. Okay, everything seems good here. Yeah. If we don't go down, I'm going up. Okay, a little bit of a late entry would have been better down here. A lot better, actually. We're gonna put this down here just to make sure we're not right on the last low, but just a tiny bit below it, to give it just enough room for a little tick to get us. So we're trying to go up here. That's our order. Again, this would have been a lot better trade. I mean, it would have already worked our way. When I press the button, this happened from here to here quickly. So no excuses. We have to account for that. But if my entry would have been here, sweet victory already. We're not done yet. We're not losing yet. But I don't trust it too much. Okay, we did win that trade. Awesome. That's $105 in profit. 17,949.25, 17,954.50. The time is 10:57, and our balance is 49,866.60. So good trade, good trade. Again, I mean, I don't know if I should be harsh on myself for not getting in here and getting here. Very small move, but in terms of indicators, this is actually, you know, I saw the lower, it traded lower. I guess I have to watch it again exactly what happened or how it happened, but I did get a sense that it was going up. I did get like a full, like this was the lowest low we're gonna have, at least for some time. I did not think that this was the low that we were gonna run, or this one. I just, because it did make a higher high here, I just figured there's more likely to go up back there again. I mean, I'm trying to justify my actions, and then getting in here was just a byproduct of seeing this candle and then it switch. I mean, you can play it back again. I do remember it moving quickly. By the time I get my mouse to hover here and click it, boom. Not such a clean entry. A little bit of a drawdown. I mean, 2 points or something. What is it? Okay, let's see. 17,984, 48, 46. Yeah, 2 points, 2.5 points. Some maybe less than 2 points, or I mean around 2 points. And and then my stop loss, of course, here, because we would have to run this low in order for us to get taken out. So a little bit below it. On a 20-second chart, this became a lot easier to see than on the 1-minute chart. I do like scalping on the 20-second chart, but I've been trying to get better at the 1-minute chart because I think there are way more traders looking at the 1-minute chart, and so it would be wise for me to get good at it, because a lot of what the market does is determined by what traders do. I mean, it's kind of obvious. If there's sentiment from a lot of traders on the same idea, price is gonna do that idea, whether it's up or down or moving to a certain point to a certain price level. And so if a lot of traders are thinking and looking at the same chart, it'd be wise for me to get good at that chart. Not that that's the only way to get good at it, or trading is to know what others are doing, but it's part of it. I think it's a big part of it. I think some traders are actually profitable and really good at what they do because they understand what other people do. Think about that. It's kind of like poker, right? Like in poker, they say, oh, it's, it's better. You're not playing the cards, you're playing the person. If they're bluffing and you can see a little bit of a smirk or something, some sign of them bluffing when they're playing poker, that could mean something. A bluff, a weak hand. And if you are good at reading those things, you don't even need the best cards. You can just be good at reading people and become good at poker. Same thing with trading. You don't get to see people's reactions and demeanor, but you see their actions in the trading charts, in the order flow. And, a lot of people are trading live, so you can see, like me, you can see my strategy live. Not that I have any or that it works, so might not be very beneficial, but at least you can see what, if I'm doing this, maybe a lot of other people are doing this, so you can multiply it. And if you get really good at statistics, man, trading is like it for you. So not completely dissatisfied with today's performance. Speaking of which, 245 in profit, 350 is the max profit I'm going to take, give or take. And this type of trading, this type of profit, that should be good enough for me. That should be good enough, I should call it a day. What are the chances of me winning yet another trade and have 100% accuracy? It's pretty low. It's pretty low. That's 3 out of 3. It can happen. I'm not saying that I haven't done it or that it's impossible. But quitting here is probably the best course of action. You took 2 trades, 245. That's in, less than 2 hours worth of work. Think about that. You could call it a day. Because if you take another trade, now you're, okay, let's say you lose one. Let's say 100. Okay, now it's 39 because of the fees. So now you're like at 139 instead of 245. And now you take a trade out of emotion just to get back to 245. Now let's say you win, but you only win 70 because you moved your stop loss because you don't want to lose it. And so you only win 70. Now you're at, 198. And all that work, those 2 trades and all that emotions and all the stuff just to get back to 245. And if you do win, okay, 245, let's say you take another trade, you win 345. Is that really worth it? The $100 difference of 345 or 245 to be in a drawdown, spend all that time to be, chasing the break even like we're doing right here from yesterday's trading. We're on a drawdown. We're not even, no, we're making our way over there. We're only 134, 133.30 to be exact. $133 in drawdown. But you see what I'm saying? And I think that's the skill. I mean, I never seen anyone really talk about that skill or that what I just mentioned. I never seen a video or a book talking about that specific thing where take this and go home, you know. Now, of course, if we take this and go home, then how are we going to be making 3 times that? Well, maybe you just increase your contract size, your lot. And now these 2 trades are whatever you want it to be, whatever risk you want to put in. So this could be 10 times that. This could be 2045 if you buy 10 contracts, or make these 2 moves on 10 contracts on each of the trades. That's still 2 trades. That's still 100%. This is $2,450. So I think that 350 rule that I made and this 250, even though that's my rule, just to, again, like I'm trying to get good at following rules. But this specific rule might be to my detriment. It might not allow me to pass the evaluation because I need to get a sense of, like, I don't know exactly what this number should be. Now, why did I pick 250 for the day? Well, I have an account of 50,000 to start. 250 is 0.5% of the account. So less than 1%, 0.5%. And this is like 7% or, 0.7% of the account, which to me seemed reasonable. It seemed safe. But now that I'm at 240 profit right now, right? $200, 240 profit. This is a really good predicament because I think chances are that I don't win the next trade. And the upside of winning the trade does not, how should I say this? The upside is not as good as the downside would be bad. What is the downside? You lose 1 trade. Now you get emotional. You spend time trying to get back. Let's say you win a small trade because you move your stop loss. You don't want to lose even more. You had 240 already. You had them. So now let's say you lose 70. Or sorry, you already lost 100, but then you win 70, but you're still trying to get back. So you make another bet. Now you lose that bet. Now you lose 170. Now you're back at where you started. Very common scenario. Very common scenario. I think the biggest reason why traders are not profitable is exactly what I'm pointing out. And I just realized that right now, even though I've been trading for about 5 months on Zim accounts and actually a little bit of live trading as well, like live accounts, not online, not on YouTube or anything. I just started the YouTube thing, but I've been trading for about 5 months, 5 months on different accounts, but different types, evaluations, demo, and live accounts. And it's 3 winning trades in a row. I've done it. I've done even 5, I think. I think 5 is probably the most wins in a trade I've ever made. And I remember that. I remember them because they were exciting, right? Wow, I'm fucking getting good at this. But it is rare. Very rare. Very rare, because to get past 3 in a row, it's also rare. Like 5, of course, is unique. 3 in a row is rare. So what am I looking at here? Looking for the rarity? Now, if you all know what you're doing, if you're good at this, look at this. Look at this. I put that, see, I put that there when this candle was here. When this candle was right here, I put that there. But I didn't put it there because, oh, that's where the candle is here. No, I put that there because it was this imbalance. We actually talked about this earlier. We talked about this, like price coming to here. We made this little line. And then tap, what happened? Rejection. And not only rejection, big move. So I got something going here, you know. I'm coming up with something. Not a complete idiot. The reason I put that there, maybe I was chasing the candle. But usually when the price is going down, I put it somewhere where I think there's a low that's gonna get some support. This time I put it there because I thought, okay, 50% of this to this candle is there, and this area that we talked about earlier, you can check out this little bracket move here, or you know, fractal, and then this area where I made a line here because I said also this area is interesting. Turned out to be, yeah, I mean, interesting. Look at that. I mean, this kind of aligns with here, right? I mean, that wick in this area actually became somewhat of a support area too. If you think about it, this was here. I said that difference between those two candles, right? And then look at what happened. Tap, 4 taps, then traded lower. No closing candle, didn't close. So that was a very interesting low there because candle didn't fully break with a full closure of the candle. It was just a wick 2 times. So he gave us 2 entries. Of course, this entry seems like the price is going to keep going down. When I was watching it, you know, I was talking and watching, which makes it extremely hard to trade. In any case, when you're watching this, you might think, oh, it's going to keep going down. And I did think that, probably, because I kind of remember it happening when I was talking to you guys. But again, a little bit more than 50% of this right here could have been a great entry. I should have been prepared. It's hard to prepare and talk to you and explain things to you guys. So, but I think I'm cooking, okay? I feel like I'm cooking. And there's a dish getting prepared. So, I'm gonna leave you guys with some music. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break, come back, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Well, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Okay, let's see what happens here. Here we go up again, okay? This could be a really good point to go down from, especially with this break. So this is the 20-second chart, so things are a little bit clearer as far as breaks, recent breaks that we should try to look out for. These are our trades. There's a trade here that we made, and there's a trade here. Both winning trades. You know, that's, I don't lose completely. Like on my first day, I lost 3 trades. 2 of them, the first 2, were kind of, you know, kind of unfair, if you will. Check them out. You know, check them out for yourself. You tell me what you think. Were these trades fair? Where was the hitting of my stop loss an engineered plan, plot to make me lose money? No, you tell me. You tell me. You watch it and tell me. Right, this, see there? Okay, let's see here. So yeah, no, I'm gonna take a little break. I thought maybe I get a little bit higher before going down, and I saw it around here. Too late. Could have been another great move. You see, price doesn't really do anything unexpectedly. Like, it keeps forming the same patterns. So you're just gonna get good at reading those patterns. Sounds easier than said than done. All right, I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, we're back. Had to take a little break. Running the high. By the way, guys, I also have a Patreon that I just started. You're not gonna get any great content or anything yet. We will have Patreon specific content eventually. But right now, actually, let me lower the volume. Sorry about that, guys. We don't have any specific Patreon content yet or exclusive. This could be a sign of a reversal here. You see that? See that manipulation going on? We're in institutional money congregation here. So we're not gonna make a move yet. This could be just a false signal, and we might trade higher. This high is ran and broken. So we're not looking for a short yet. This is a 20-second chart. This is the real high. You know, the highest high. We have not broken that yet. This candle might do it. You see that? You see how this could have been a bullish sign for some people? I mean, sorry, a bearish sign. So yeah, what I was saying about Patreon is it's just donation. Okay, that's what it is. That's what my channel is at the moment. Donation based, I guess. So if you like this content and you want to support it, feel free to join my Patreon. Patreon.com/Weko. I'm watching this closely to see if I can get a trade here, but I'm going to be very, yeah, that was it right there. This entry here would have been a good move, but I missed it. Not that I would have taken it because, again, price is still bullish. Indication wise, we would have to break at least this low here for us to believe otherwise. Yep. So because we are at the top of the range, it's already 11:23. One of my rules is not to trade past 12. And we're making higher highs. And we're 100% profit for the day, with a good amount of profit for the day, considering we're on a drawdown from 50K. Given all those factors, it is time for me to call it a day. My concentration is definitely wearing down. I feel tired from this live stream. I mean, I'll recuperate quickly because it's not that crazy or anything. But this is a good time for me to stop. I would be, by stopping, I would be breaking this rule. But I'm going to revise this rule. I don't think this is helpful. I think this is helpful, the maximum drawdown. But this is not helpful because by trying to reach that goal, I might end up in a drawdown for taking too many trades, paying too many fees, whatever the case may be, I need to revise this rule. I'm going to consider it passed for today because I am actually doing it out of, I'm stopping out of a smart decision, I guess. At least I think so. So we're going to make this rule, let's say 300 drawdown. For the day. I think that's a reasonable rule. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the live stream, whether you watch it live or on another time. And I hate to watch the chart because it makes me want to trade. It makes me want to take a position. I'm not going to do it though. I'm not going to do it.